When I say what I'm about to say, just keep in mind that I'm being completely serious. I'm not making any of this up. I promise you that, at least. But today, we are going to be talking about the serial killer fandom. Hey everyone, my name is Barley the cat. I am a cat, I promise. Yes, today we're going to be talking about the serial killer fandom. And honestly, I kind of hate calling it a fandom. I don't really think it's a fandom. I think it's just weird. So imagine what this fandom could entail. Lovers of true crime like myself? No. Unfortunately not. Or at least they are lovers of true crime, but for completely different reasons than why me or you would like true crime. I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. I love true crime. I watched BuzzFeed Unsolved's true crime show. I even watched the Netflix Ted Bundy documentary. True crime and serial killers especially really fascinate me, but not for the same reason why they fascinate the people that I'm about to talk about today. These people take their love for serial killers a little bit too far, in my opinion, going even as far as making fan art of their favorite serial killers, shipping two of their favorite serial killers together, or even wishing that they were the victim of their favorite serial killers. And I am not making any of this up. This whole scenario, everything I'm about to show you, it honestly just sounds like a Black Mirror episode. But I mean, let's be honest, the entirety of 2020 was a Black Mirror episode, so let's hope for a better 2021. Oh wait, but enough rambling on, let's just actually look at some of these. I have a bunch of different forms of content to show you. The first form of content I'm going to show you are edits of real pictures of Ted Bundy. And if you don't know or don't remember who Ted Bundy is, he's a serial killer. Ah yes, talking about something that really fits the theme of the video. So basically, Ted Bundy was charged after admitting that he killed 30 women between 1974 and 1978. However, investigators think that there were definitely more victims. Those are just the ones that he admitted to killing. And soon later, he was sent to the electric chair. And fun fact, he was the last person to ever have the electric chair be used upon. And another fun fact, or maybe not a fun fact, but kind of a demented and dark and gross fact, he killed his very first victim when he was only 14 years old. That is all really screwed up, I know, but I figured that if you don't know who he is, then you're probably not really going to care about this. So now that you know who he is, you're probably still not going to care about this, but maybe you'll care about it a little bit more. The first pieces of content that we're going to look at are edits of real pictures of this man. So here we see a really cool, a really epic edit of Ted Bundy's mugshot in Salt Lake City, Utah. And below it, it says, "I love you just a little too much." Now this could mean many things. The person who made this could have been like, "Oh man, I just love Ted Bundy so much." Or they could be doing this whole like serial killer aesthetic, which is still bad in of itself. Just how removed from society do you have to be to make something like this? This is why I think that children are making these, because I can't really see an adult making something like this and not be at least a little screwed up in the head. It also makes sense that children could be doing this because children can become attached to things a lot easier than adults can. And as screwed up as it seems, I do believe that a child can become, I guess, attached to Ted Bundy or pretty much any serial killer. This is a weird comparison, but I pretty much compare this to young children getting attached to social media influencers. It's just that same mindset as like, oh my god, I feel like I know this person just because of what they look like or the content that they make. Here's another edit of Bundy. Remember earlier when I said that I think children are making these because I can't understand why adults would make these? Well, I feel like this edit really drives home the fact that children are making these. It's made with an app called Pic Collage, which is really popular with younger kids who make Instagram collage photos. But here we can see a bunch of pictures of Ted Bundy and a bunch of oddly placed stickers. They're just really out of place. Stickers that say, LOL, no, ew, disgusting, I can't. You plus me, which I think is the most disgusting out of all of the stickers. It just insinuates that this person has a crush on Ted Bundy, which, I mean, an obsession is one thing, but developing an actual attraction to someone like Ted Bundy, I don't get it. We also have Too Cute to Be Forgotten in this cute, like, math thing. And then finally, Whatever Forever, dude. Oh my god, this just screams Tumblr aesthetic. I don't know if it would surprise anybody, but most of these pictures are from either Tumblr or Pinterest. This next picture is a little lower quality, but still is of our king, Ted Bundy. It's literally just a low-grade picture of him, but with a bunch of heart emojis. Again, insinuating that whoever made this has a crush on a serial killer who is also dead. Here's yet another picture of our lovely king, Ted Bundy, this time wearing a poorly cropped out flower crown. I don't get what it is with some of these people who make these pictures. They kind of put these serial killers, people who have committed vile and heinous crimes, in the same category as, like, soft boys. Oh my god, look at him. Look at Ted Bundy. He's such a cutie. He's so soft. He's just a soft little cute boy. My guess for people liking this, especially young girls liking this, they're probably thinking, oh, I'm not like the other girls. I don't like Jungkook or J-Hope or anyone from BTS. I like Ted Bundy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm just a little quirky. No, sweetie, you're not quirky. You need to go outside. You need to find a new obsession. Watch anime, watch Netflix, literally anything besides what you're doing now. Instead of making flower crown edits of a serial killer, make flower crown edits of anime's best boy, Bokuto from Haikyuu. Next up, we do have another collage. This time it's all black and white, as if instead of the person being, oh, I'm so quirky, they're now, oh, I'm so depressed. But yeah, it's pretty much the same as the last one, except we have little heart emojis with words in them that say, shady as fuck, too sassy for you, among many other things. There really is nothing I can say about this one that I haven't already said before. Go outside. Now, if you thought that those picture edits were bad, allow me to introduce you to something that I would consider even worse. Because when it comes to picture edits, before I said, why would somebody waste their time making that? But when it comes to fan art, why would somebody waste their time making this? So the first bit of fan art that I'm going to show you comes from a Tumblr page, of course. And this Tumblr page is called Ask Bundy and Dahmer. And they even make the bold statement to assume that these two people are everyone's favorite serial killers. Let's also take a second to look at the profile picture of this Tumblr account. How it is, I'm assuming Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy as if they're shipped together or something. So the first bit of fan art is actually a response to somebody else where somebody responded to this Tumblr account saying, hey Ted Bundy, how's hell? And the artist drew Ted Bundy saying, nice question. Well, I've never been to hell, but for what I've done, I'm probably going there. It's really troubling that this artist seems to be taking pride in what Bundy has done to people, and also shows that there are people out here who have a complete and utter lack of respect for victims of crimes that Bundy has done. But the fan art continues and says, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and guess that hell has fire. I didn't know that Ted Bundy was a serial killer and a comedy king. Remember earlier when I said that some of these people making this type of content seem to be subscribed to the idea that these serial killers are just cute, soft boys? This fan art is very evident of that. It starts out by saying, internet, so I want to try a new thing. It's called blogging. Ted, come clean your mess. Bye internet. I am definitely going to bleach my eyeballs after making this video. Ted Bundy isn't the only serial killer that people seem to love, however. He's just the person that I've been focusing this video around. There is a ton of fan art made of popular serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer, Ed Kemper, and Charles Manson. For the next part of this video, I am going to be focusing on Jeffrey Dahmer because, good God, what have people done to themselves to support this man? So maybe the fan edits weren't for you. Maybe the countless amounts of fan art wasn't for you. Well, how about something a little bit more permanent? Tattoos. So I'm pretty big in the tattoos. I have tattoos myself, but never in my life would I get a tattoo of a serial killer. And I don't know why, but there seems to be a lot of people who like getting tattoos of things that Jeffrey Dahmer has said, or just getting a tattoo of his mugshot, or even just getting a tattoo of his name. Like this first picture I'm going to show you, where a young girl got a tattoo of Jeffrey Dahmer on her neck. Tattoos are already stigmatized in today's society. Why do you have to go a step further and get a tattoo not only on your neck, but also get a tattoo of a known rapist and serial killer? You don't want his name on your neck and you want his entire mugshot? Try any of these, where people have gone out of their way to get an entire mugshot of a known rapist and serial killer on their body that will be eternalized forever. I have some friends and even some members of my extended family who don't know that I have tattoos, who always ask, "What does that mean?" And all of my tattoos are inoffensive, so it's very simple to ask, "What does that mean?" and get an answer that isn't, "Oh, it's because I like serial killers." I guess that I just don't get the appeal. And look, it's perfectly fine to have a fascination with serial killers. Even I think that they're cool to study, but I feel like people are liking them for the wrong reasons. I am a psychology student, so yes, of course I'm gonna find studying the human mind interesting. What I find interesting about these people is not them as a person, but what led them to make the choices that they made. Whereas it seems like the entire fandom, and I hate using that word to describe this group of people, this entire fandom seems to be obsessed with the person and not what they've done. Liking true crime is okay. Obsessing over these people and lusting for them is not okay. Anyways, that's enough of that. There's a ton of things that I skipped over in this video for pretty much my own sanity because I didn't want to look at this stuff any longer. But if you do want me to make a part 2 to this video, leave a like, tell me in the comments. If you like what I do and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.